So, how do you get well fast? And I answer, yes. See, what I heard you say is, how do you get well, comma, fast? Yes, do fast. At least for 2 days during any sickness that you have. And there's plenty of evidence that obviously if you have a fever, you're not going to be very hungry and you wind up fasting anyway because I don't feel like eating it, but yet they try to force you into food. Nah, 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 nah. I also didn't take any medicine. So my first symptoms came up Saturday night to Sunday night to Monday night. And then yesterday was Tuesday, but not through Tuesday night. So let's just call it 2.5 because I slept like a baby last night and today's Wednesday. So yeah, so 2.5 days of symptoms. And this wasn't one of those things that dragged me down, and it wasn't, I wasn't in bed with the thermometer and for a week. No, hell no, man. This thing was actually cool. If it was a fever, it felt really cool. It wasn't like a shaky, jittery. I had no muscle pain. I had no joint pain. And for 2 nights there, when I went to bed, I just felt warm, like really hot, but almost sauna hot, and not sweating, and it wasn't uncomfortable. I quite enjoyed it. It was like it's almost like the warmth you might feel when you're just surrounded by so much love and stuff. It's like almost like in the womb warm, man. It's like no. And I had a slightly like as the dry air would hit my throat, my bronchial tubes. I mean, I felt the urge to cough, and that would trigger a little bit of a headache here for one of the evenings, and then some sinus pressure. But there's a little trick. You take your thumb and your ear, and you can actually pull those back, and then you can hold your breath and tip your head back, and boom, it drains your sinuses right out. There's no reason for medicines. And I didn't take any medicines the whole time. I did have some insomnia Saturday night, about 6 hours. But who knows? I was probably blinking in and out. I just pray a decade of the rosary on my hand, meditate, mindfulness, just being in the now, being present. I couldn't get my heart rate down, but I did focus on breathing and just relaxed. I just knew my body's got this, and there's nothing I can do about it. So may as well just kind of hang out and be cool. And then the night afterward, that would have been Sunday into Monday, I did have like a 2-hour little insomnia period, probably from 2 to 4, because my clock rang, and then I heard it at 3, and then I didn't hear it at 4, so it wasn't quite 2 hours. And but I was able to I was working out some math problems in my head, and I was dealing with bases and exponents, and it's kind of interesting. 2 to the 4th is equal to 4 squared, 4 to the tooth. So you can flop those, and I was trying to figure out, does that work in all cases? And it seemed to me that it did not. But I was working through the exponent of 2. So I was just kind of working some of that out, and then found a great idea for a metronome. I'm going to build that today, just out of chopsticks. I just need to see how the wood's going to interact. I built another one, which is kind of really cool. It's 4 segmented, but it goes, offhand I just can't remember. I built it probably more than a month ago. But it goes by tens, and it'll get you pretty close to most metronome readings on music and stuff. So anyway, that's just kind of some fun stuff I'm doing. So back on the sick thing, chase rabbits. That's what I do. So and this morning I'm like, whoa, man, I feel really good, dude. Looking forward to my coffee, and so I fasted for 2 days. And according to those that be, obviously autophagy kicks in, so my body goes out looking for debris. It doesn't have any protein coming in. And growth hormone is saying, you can't touch the muscles. And the body's like, yeah, but can't touch the muscles. So when they tell you that fasting causes your muscles to decay, they're not in the know. Okay, obviously we're talking short term. We're not talking you've been on a desert island for 4 weeks. Okay, and now your body's starting to consume itself. No, that's not quite what happens. Definitely in short term. I normally can't go for 3 days. I'm just I don't have any just where's it going to get it from? I'm not fat anymore. So, but a nice 2 day fast, I like those because I do feel euphoric. All that, up to the time I'm ready to eat, and then when I don't eat, especially if I'll grab a cup of decaf coffee. By that time, I don't grab caffeine, and I just get euphoric. I just feel like everything's brighter and more beautiful, and my senses are like I can hear like dew falling off of a Japanese cherry blossom. Yeah, I stole that from Kung Fu Panda, paraphrased. I'm telling you, man, I feel really good. Yesterday, what did I eat? I ate a crap ton of food, guys. Right around my mealtime, I think it was 1:30-ish. I make a 4-egg French omelet, and in that I inculcate about 2 tablespoons of butter, lots of butter, and then had that with some head cheese, ham, smoked ham, some American cheese. I think it was just 1 slice because I know it's going to have some more on my burgers. Not that I limit cheese, I just didn't want to use up all the damn cheese. And then I take a 1/4 cup of beef. That's 2 ounces. I made 6 of those. I cook those down in their own tallow, so they're almost deep fried hamburgers. No seasonings, just boom, 70-30, meat and fat. I didn't even salt them yesterday. I didn't feel like it. Plus, I'd been taking pinches of salt with all my water for the fast. So I stayed quite hydrated. I stayed quite salty. And I know my kidneys will take care of the magnesium and potassium for me. I don't need to stress out over that. And so there we go. 4 eggs, the ham, the cheese, the head cheese, the burgers. And that totaled to, I think, 12 ounces. And by the time I was finished with that, I was like, done. So it's almost 3,000 calories of food, and I normally eat more than that. Because I really thought I might be able to get into some of those leftover chicken wings, but I'm going to do that today. I'm going to finish those off. I've decided. My daughter was going to make like a chicken salad out of them, and I'm like, why waste wing meat for chicken salads? Wings are so good by themselves, but today I think that's what that beef bushy just called me, and she's going to let me know. Yeah, okay, good. She just wrote me back, yeah. So we're going to get some, what are called pierna muslos here. It's the quarters. So I'm going to get her 2 quarters, and I'll bake those down. Or I'll pressure cook them. I'll ask her what she wants. I think she likes them baked. Because if I weren't going to eat the wings, I would have definitely bought myself probably a full 3-pound chicken. Just spatchcock it, throw it on a 12x12, salt, oven, cold oven, crank it all the way up, about 40 minutes, and then about another half hour on 180 centigrade. That would be about 350 for those of you still on the old system. So anyway, you can tell I'm revved up, I'm hungry, I'm cured. So bottom line, I fasted 2 days during my 2.5 day sickness. And then when I ate, it's like, whoa. All of a sudden and I had a bulletproof coffee at about 5:30. So I used decaf, and then I'll have probably around 3 tablespoons of butter, and you whir it in a blender. I just love it. Just sip it. Oh, it's so delicious. And I slept like a baby. So I don't count last night as having been sick at all. So Saturday night to Sunday night to Monday night, and then Tuesday I made a video saying I was pretty healthy. So I don't feel quite as bouncy 24 hours ago as I did today. So I'll call it 2.5 days to clear whatever this thing was out. No sequela. I don't have any phlegm. I don't have any, nothing in my nose, nothing in my head. Well, except my massive brain. I said that for a couple of friends I know who will watch this. So that's it. Another illness in the bag, and I won't remember this. That's why I made a video of it. And the next time I should get sick, which is, again, it's an extremely rare occurrence, I'll be able to look back and say, yeah, I remember I had a little something there for 2.5 days. All right. Well, this is awesome. We'll chat soon. Be well.